Hello and welcome back to Stellaris with our random campaign with the distant stars. Yeah, that's not gonna go better. Yeah, that's gonna take too long. Leave that. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. The exploration phase seems a little more interesting, and our galaxy is like the structure that we're seeing in the hyperlane seems really interesting, and I'm really happy with that. So yeah, I'm really happy with what I've seen so far, and I would like to say to the game, keep it up. Right, we have a very small increase there, of course, not as much as it could be. So let's grow some more alien duders. Let's see. I'll get you the physics lab. Build. There we go. This anomaly surrounding the ship, along with the science officer and his crew, blinked out existence as its navigated the debris field, and then reappeared a minute later. Various actors reports that they found themselves briefly in some extra-dimensional space. External viewports revealed that they were surrounded by countless of ships of alien design suspended in a seemingly endless void. Before the crew could get their bearings, the vision abruptly faded and they found themselves back in regular space. However, roughly half the crew are missing. Science officer Varys speculated that they may have been selectively trapped as an unknowable mechanism in a strange space. So she gained some experience, but that's some scary shit, man. You just went into the warp, I think. The missing members of the ship's crew, though lost in dimensional rift, have reappeared. They hailed us from aboard an unknown vessel, not entirely dissimilar to our own science ships, idling close to where the Sheets and Ranks originally experienced a dimensional disturbance. They claim to remember nothing of their time outside our dimension, aside from a vague awareness of having been away for some time. They wish for nothing but return to service under the science officer Varysek and intend to surrender their ship to the Cyclocarn authorities. We'll accept them.
We have found an anomaly.
What could possibly go wrong? It's none of these guys to spend some time in a different piece of the world, galaxy thingy. Definitely not raising some alarms for me though. No. Why would it do that? Why would I gain any alarms out of this? It's already performing this order. Ooh. Already set that up. This system is gonna be beautiful. Get the research station set up.
Our
nice.
construction is complete.
I actually research and research. Okay.
Our construction is complete.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Nice. Built the outpost. How are we doing? You're still wary, of course. I can get that. Favorable trading is gonna turn off after a while, but hopefully prolonged positive contact will ensure us. Alright, the planet Mike 3A is a toxic wasteland, but our scans reveal that it has not always been so. And now extinct civilization seems to have destroyed its home planet via heavy reliance on climate-altering fuels and toxins. On a remote hill close to a major city, we found a lone active facility, a robot assembly plant, surrounded by military vehicles, so deteriorated they break upon touch. The facility is alien and mysterious, but could provide us with sample study material. Alright, follow robotic society. Oh, it's a robotic society that fell. So not a human or a fleshy? Someone used a mining laser in orbit experiment 5,000 years to carve a large body of writing in the surface of the planet. The master script covers a large portion of the moon's upper hemisphere. It appears to be a short story chronicling the difficult life of an alien mercenary. That has to be a reference.
Technology conceived.
But by God, I don't know what. Let's get another gun battery in there. Oh, right. Heritage sites. Definitely. I still need to find a suitable system for construction. I'm probably gonna just take that in this one. There's a planet here, so it's not ideal. Might be the Shulk is close to our system. It's close to our system. Yeah, leave me for now. I'm gonna put one of these guys dedicated on that later. Lab.
Our construction is complete.
I don't know why Sean Connery just showed up, but right. Don't need that.
We have found an anomaly.
Yeah, you can pick up that one. That's fine. It's 180 days. It's not 100% ideal. But Could be a lot worse. Okay, we've got some new aliens we can investigate. Why don't we? So you're done here. Why don't you continue building outposts?
We have surveyed the system.
Okay.
Our construction is complete.
Mem aliens. Okay. I'm actually gonna move you over here because I need the energy credits from these 3 suns. Also, we might want to upgrade this thing at some point. Hunting them will be a net loss anyway. The Tiaki. Wait, this is a new species. Where we got these? Tiaki space wheels. I've never heard them with these names, but sure. The grace of gas is common to upper layers of many gas giants. Well, frequency tuning is here.
We have found an anomaly.
Research it.
Our construction is complete.
Oakley dokley.
Beyond their reach out to make contact with our line.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Abandoned gateways. Alright, intriguing. Is this one of the L gates? No, it's just a regular gateway. Clear these two. Just almost everything happening at the same time. We can choose one. These are fanatical authoritarian militarists. Hegemonic imperialists, a feudal empire. We choose one. Oh boy. So this is gonna be a defensive system. I mean, the funny thing is, we met them differently, I think through sensors. I don't know how we met them, to be honest. But that means that you're gonna get an upgrade, boy. So we found, but we seem to connect through here as well. Silicon-based life forms. Okay, interesting, interesting. Construction of hardware is not as old as we first believed. Seems to be a playground amusement park. Intriguing. Let's say one I know. So the ones that I know, I don't read full out. So sorry for that. If you really want to, you know, single out, but we want every single bit. Sorry, just.
We have cleared
Food stockpiling. Let's stockpile that shit up, so we can do the edicts a little bit more often, more of them at the same
Our
time.
construction is complete.
All right. Wow, you're fast
Our
at building
construction
these.
is complete.
And I built the things here. Right. After that, probably gonna build this system here. Right, that's space station. No, that's not completed yet. Okay. I'm actually gonna upgrade this one once I get the. We're getting better in the mineral department, though. It's not perfect yet, but it's not as bad. So let's see.
Technology conceived.
We're at 3, and this will be 4. Then we got 5 for a production line. New research. Frequency, energy siphon. While I want it, I don't really. It does a lot of shield damage, which is useful, but we don't have any larger ships really to make use of the tactic yet. We'll pick it up. Because destroyers are coming up.
We have surveyed the
Air
system.
site. I'm gonna wait for 2 months. Then that's 2, 1. No, 2. Like I said,
Our
it's
construction
expensive.
is complete.
Alright, things are completing. You can move over here. You're done here. Why don't you... Oh. Yeah, we have a little bit of room, wiggle room. It's not particularly any large bodies of energy credits around. Not really. No. Bit of a shame, but okay. So you're a 1.1k. That's a pretty good deal, to be honest.
Our
We could
construction is
attack
complete.
one of
We have
these.
surveyed the system.
Research it. But this would open us actually up for attack anyway, so let's just not do it. Seems like a smart thing.
Technology conceived.
And we have our destroyers. Hell's fucking yeah. Corvette hull points. It's a cheap research and it just adds a little bit of
Our
health.
construction is
And actually, I
complete.
don't think that's even a little bit. If you look at the ship design, our current Corvettes have 3 hull points. That's a quarter of their health added onto it. That's quite a significant amount. Now, I'm not going to do the upgrades yet, and I'm going to redesign our fleet soon. I'm going to actually redesign it now. Elongated metal box from the surface of Yerba 4. Clusters of small perforations with 5 sides lead to signs of the belief that it is not a container with some sort of aerosol dispersal device. Initial tests seem to confirm their suspicion that traces of aromatics still emanate from the object. A special product has been issued to confirm whether this might be an information-carrying device constructed by some alien race communicating primarily through the secretion and reception of atmosphere-borne chemicals, compounds, or smells. Malodorous. That is here. So, whoops, research project in the system, and then what are you? I thought I set this up for survey. I probably did not. This is the wrong way to do it, but who cares?
Technology conceived.
Hey, there we got experimental subspace navigation. Let's get our basic combat rules. When you're done,
Our special project is complete.
Fleetness cannot be evasive. With something, the box is indeed a document of sorts, and after admits that they had been hoping for a historical record of some other kind, codex significant to whatever culture left behind, but they were disappointed. The true nature of the aromatic box seems to be a collection of fairly short narratives, which going by the rapid changes in order towards the end of the sequence are intended to surprise or be interpreted as comedic. Techniques that use this story to reproduce specific smells and some sort of interest, but the tales it tells are not. The crew, I think I've seen this before. I don't remember all of them. I have to confess, it has been a while. So
We have surveyed the system.
why don't you do funny things? So I'm gonna put you on experimental subspace navigation. What does that do? Nothing yet. Order these signs to temporarily ignore unstable Hive planet and directly navigate to the swells of subspace to a destination. Okay, so if I do this and then say go. Or does that not work that way? How does this work? You activate it, click it like this. Let's just activate it, see what it does. Is it moving? No. Okay, yeah, so that's what it does. Good to know. Alright, but the outpost, you're lost in time and space.
We have surveyed the system.
When you get a order that the experimental subspace navigation was a success. Oh, great, just keep automatically exploring. Alright, so if we find systems that are locked off from the everything, so far we haven't seen those. So
Technology conceived.
energy siphons, fleet command point limit is yes, that's the one we want. Right, ship designer, destroyer. Okay, so these do shield damage, and these do mostly armor damage. So I want to stack this up. And we don't have combat rules yet, which is a little bit of an annoyance, but it could be worse. Alright, we're gonna get some deflectors in here. Afterburners, because not gonna do much, but yeah. We have powerful shields, so this seems like a I don't know, I don't like our naming convention, by the way, but it's fine for now. Because a name doesn't make sense when you're in a hive mind. That's the thought process for me behind it. So I've got the energy siphons on these guys. Save it up. Yep. It says upgrade, but I don't think it would be regarded as an upgrade. I'm gonna add a ship design, add a destroyers in. I've got about 5. I cannot afford to run them right now, so I'm not gonna bother building them right now. Let's see. I have some positive energy credits in this system, so why don't we? So yeah, so upgrading currently is gonna be a little bit odd. I just wish I could just say like I'm gonna take everything I find, but it's definitely not gonna be the case. Okay, you've done your upgrades. Here, here, and move there, I guess. Oh wait, no, you have enough. There we go. Nice. Starbase. This is the Galpin. Yeah. Alright, hey, we got our thing. New colonies start with initial guy. Starbase influence cost is reduced. That's pretty neat. Do we have some that I can spare? Capacity over 300. She have reported presence of a decaying orbital stage in the multiple tomb worlds near the Revic system. Whatever insular nation once inhabited the Revic system appears to have collapsed into ruin long ago. Decaying hub is a junkyard of a planet covered in irradiated rusting remains of demolished buildings, infrastructure, and vehicles. Wally? No higher forms of life recognizable. We might gain more insight into the lost civilization by surveying any similar planets and in this neighboring system. Curious. So where is this? This is in Corsoa? No, this is in Rivac. It's over here? Near the Rivac system. So who is this? That is you. You're just not visible right now. There's a lot of Tomb Worlds around here. These are fairly big. Holy shit, if you have Tomb World colonization, that's gotta be a pretty nice sector to pick up. Hey, we're surveying the dude. I don't... Can we offer them anything? Probably, but it's not gonna be help us any much. How do you like us by now? Still wary. Not... Okay, naval capacity overwhelming. Their fleet power, however, isn't as strong anymore. That is interesting. So they have a large capacity. They're not building up to their capacity, which makes sense. It's scary to do that. All right, everybody's a busy little bee, so let's keep them as busy little bees. We kind of have to take a look at our energy situation soon-ish. Because fleet is in orbit right there, right? So your return, yeah. So you're in orbit. Okay. It's not ideal. See, I can upgrade this guy, which is going to cost me a little bit, and then put a trading module in there. Probably going to do that. Just get some money out of that one. Research it.
We have surveyed the system.
Okay. Well, you're done. Just you can build these outposts. Well, exploration seems, or expansion seems to be going fairly well. As per the crew's initial suspicions, Ruinous Course appears to be the fallen capital of space-faring society whose former colonies are now but irradiated scrap heaps in an inhospitable tomb world. From data we team gathered, the downfall of this lost civilization was almost certainly the result of interstellar warfare waged against some unknown external threat. It remains unclear whether the planet's owners repelled the invasion but succumbed to the post-war fallout of a victory, or that the invaders crushed these colonies and their inhabitants before moving on. As the extreme state of ruin on these planets precludes the extraction of data from any remaining electronics, and neither the Capital Lord's colonies possess any survivors, it seems we may never know for certain. Oh man. I was interested. That was an interesting story. And I like interesting stories. I still need to set up a Starbase here as well.
We have surveyed the system.
Damn it, not ideal.
Conceived.
Technology conceived. Hey, our corvettes are a little bit better.
We have found an anomaly.
Let's get a flak batteries. Yep, pick it up. That's fine. Alright, awesome. Let's take a look at this world. We're good on food. However, I am gonna... Alright, we found a despotic hegemony. These are xenophobic fanatic materialists. Alright. We learned some information through them. We're gonna build the hydroponics farm, though. Get some more food.
Technology conceived.
These guys exist right here. How are you? You are a overwhelming power. You're superior. Well, your material is not that surprising. How are you actually stacking up? You're also superior. We're not stacking. So we learned about the Agnos vapor in this system. And we learned about Letheric gas. And this is, what does this do? Sublight speed. And population resource production. That sounds like a cool thing to have. Basic combat rolls. Hell yeah. I like this one. We're lagging on science, by the way. Shit biscuits. Alright, let's get some resource replicators in here. And can I... Is it... Yeah? No, we don't. Alright, that should balance our current energy crises a little bit, but not fully, I think. I think it's not fully. Up is down. On its way, it's reported the ship experienced a number of sudden gravitational shifts. If you're curious, Verizak dispatched a number of probes to scan the debris field to discern the cause. It turns out that the copper is a number of gravity generators of old alien makes, bordering on dying energy sources. And with their polarities inverted, their occasional sprue reverse gravity into the void, though not with enough force to cause any serious harm. Not anymore. Ugh. The science offers the theorized that the generators have once provided artificial gravity for one of the large asteroids in the belt, but some malfunctions already tore the rock apart. Probably the fact that these things started running out of power and became a little bit weird. Wait, Corolla is right. Okay, you cannot do resource replicators, right? No. Okay. That's okay. Upgrade. Interesting. That's more. Hey, we have a hostile fleet of unknown sorts. Yeah, you might go to the station. This looks like mining drones. Yeah, that's mining drones. Are we gonna get these Sadie aliens? Let me guess. Mining drones. Show me the money on mining drones. Okay, so I told you.
Our situation log is updated.
Study the drones, 19 months. Nah, still not really interested in that. When you're done, you can build, research it. These guys. What are you?
Our construction is complete.
No, one of my construction ships. Okay, you're good. The shoulders of giants. Nice. Wow, that's a nice rock. Ice. Is this ice? Ice asteroids, yep. Nice. Nice, nice.
We have found an anomaly.
Research it. That seems to be within acceptable parameters. Hey, we're actually making money again. Hell's fucking yeah. We don't care. Okay, we really can't do the upgrade. We're at 4 of 4, which is not ideal.
We have surveyed the system.
But we're researching 2 extra systems. So that's gonna be then Knam and Scholl. Yep. Build the science station here. Very nice. So we're chugging out a lot of food. Policies and edicts. Let's see. We can get a drone campaign. Growth pop speed. That seems not a bad thing. Let's get the growing pop speed thing. Alright, so you're gonna go, and both of these are already signed up to you. Why don't you... Let's see, among the asteroids surrounding ZR-012, we have discovered an alien ship adrift. It's not responding to our attempts to hail them. If it's due to being able to interpret our signal or there's some other reason we don't know, his officer recommends that we get a construction ship to tow it out of the debris field. If left untouched, the risk of being crushed by the asteroids. Well, interesting. Where is this? This is over here. So you're my construction vessel. Why don't you just research this project, mate? Because it's a time project. I want to get this done quickly. Well, you're gonna just do and have your thing. Mining and research stations. Mining, research it. Research and mining. That's this entire sector here done. Nice.
Our construction is complete.
Good. Anomaly that you are researching right now, so this is awesome. There's a lot more anomalies we're getting, by the way, and I love it. Having probed for a frozen landscape of the moon, we think we've struck something big. Science officer Verizak speaks of a bacterial life form unlike in any other. It bonds with other individuals to form large blankets that are durable yet light. It also acts like solar cells. They absorb solar energy with surprisingly low efficiency loss percentage, and likely the result of evolution favoring those who could gather more heat in the harsh climate. Our research back home could surely find some use of this information. Energy production. Send it to home to study. It will take a while to process. Definitely for energy production, because we are struggling with that one. Our energy development research have made progress with the samples that we sent. They also had been able to develop a new solar cell using the organism as a template. These are much more efficient at storing energy and will provide a boost for all our solar plants. We get a... Cool, so 5% more energy credits. Now, military might have been a more long-term thing, but... I prefer the energy credits right now because we are not doing that great on it. I know it's not as much of a problem late game though, so it is a bit of a decision that I had to make, and I'm sorry, but this is just it. I think we're gonna also expand our expansion slightly more southward. Ooh, we have research. Corvette hulls seems a bit much, to be honest, bit much. We are really struggling on science. Thrusters. Yeah, we're definitely gonna get into discovery next. Adaptability. Oh, jeez, there's so much good chat.
We have surveyed the system.
New contacts. Interesting. So, a slaving despots, authoritarian, xenophobic militarists. Well, yeah, you're great. We got a interesting black hole over here. You're unfriendly. Okay, so we seem to be... Everybody's unfriendly. What do you like me? Xenophobia and a hive mind. Hey, we got Petarian dust, which is pretty damn good, to be honest. And where's that? Where do we find it? Shit biscuits. That's not in a good place. That's... actually, Petarian dust is not as good as... Ooh, wasn't it always? That was different. Who cares? Defense army. Don't care much. However, the new star bases are nice. This is definitely going to become a defensive station. First, we know I'm going to get the this starport up and running, so I can change my capital starport to a different type. Special project completed. Once the ship drifting by ZR012 had been towed out of debris, we could send it away to investigate. It's a murder scene. Only one crew member has been found, a long-eared amphibian biped who appears to have been stabbed repeatedly. The ship is, by the death of its crew, up for grabs. It is fitted with very efficient thrusters. The structural design which are beyond at us present. The vessel is not armed, and seemingly having been used as a transport for important personnel. Repurposing it into an exploration vessel would be a minor undertaking. However, if we instead deconstruct it and study its engines in greater detail, we could maybe capture some of its genius and translate it into a practical improvement for a fleet. I don't need a science ship. Wow, yes, definitely a 10% solid boost to that one. That is pretty good. I like it. That is pretty good. We are fairly big considering the size of the universe. Sin aliens. Well, that seems like fun. Okay, let's start building more outposts. We only have one arm to just chug in, and then we're gonna get into this bit here. This seems a logical next step for a defensive station, perhaps. Well, hello there. Hey, we got some pacifists. Authoritarian pacifists. You probably don't like me because of other reasons. We found Southern gas governing ethics restriction. Well, that's not something I'd have to struggle with. So my carrot box is really empty. Ah, you have the same color as me? That's not annoying. Oh yeah, well that's a same color, CB. After 10 study of the sampling of growth blanketing the entire biosphere on Olimar, to see, Zetinos reports that substance is not native to the planet, but rather an invasive fungal life form of unknown origin. The fungus feeds on biomatter, choking its existing plant life and developing terrain. Any future settlers on the planet would have to deal with routinely burning back the exofungus. It's unknown the planet can be entirely eradicated. Worrying. That is worrying. Now, where did we discover that? Olimar. So the planet here, Savannah World, it's very low habitability. Yeah. Tile society output is still pretty good. Alright, we've got a couple of things happening. We found a natural wormhole. We've got a communications with 3. Research this one. Talk. Trade leak. We welcome use 1. We welcome use 1. Okay, so we found 3 trade leaks, I guess, then? I don't know. Might be the same trade leak, just being really enthusiastic. Starbase upkeep cost reduced by 20%. Gives us a lot of energy credits. With what appears to be a natural occurring wormhole. If it could somehow be stabilized. So... Oh, that's you. We've just met you 3 times. Okay. Also shows you the wormhole. I kind of don't like that you immediately get knowledge of the entire system that they occupy. Wreckage identified. Our crew aboard these alarm appears to be the result of an unexpected geomagnetic solar storm. The ship suffered a couple of loss of life form. The ship's cargo doesn't indeed contain a notable amount of minerals. However, the captain calls that the construction indicates a dual primary in design. It's highly likely the materials belong to the alliance of Jewel Prime, which is who? That's these guys. We will not risk altercation. And we will give them the ship. There's border friction. Yeah, that's not a good thing. I don't know how they got their ship there, though. But that's I guess, something that's up for the historians to decide. Sure exists. It's our pleasure. 100 influence. Add return opinion modifier towards us. Okay, so yay, we're making friends. Let's have a shipyard. Yeah, okay. Right, upgrade this one to physics. We're gonna build this society lab as well. Biological population does not have happiness, so boop, there we go. Wasn't what I would do normally, but hey, you can have one of my pops. And they were like, oh god, no, and we don't care. Because we're not affected by happiness. We're a single entity, a single existence. We did give away a piece of ourselves, though, which might be considered a little bit, you know, not ideal. So this is our shipyard. Get the battle simulators in there. We could probably upgrade this bastion as well. And I don't find the Fallen Empire much of a risk, so I think Kosoa might be a good one. Oh shit. The inoculations given to us by the ancient caretakers have proven incompatible with our physiology, resulting in a rash of unpredictable mutations. Okay. That's, well, happiness is not as bad. We're working to limit the mutations, but I don't expect experience periods to slow down population growth.
Our construction is complete.
Oh well.
We have surveyed the system.
Oh well, could be worse. You're still building, you're still building. Just keep up the building. What is it? This planet 17. I don't know. I wanna not really expand our planetary. Maybe I'm definitely gonna go for the 21. Low gravity. Oh no, minus 10% habitability. It's not that I'm, you know, a species that particularly doesn't care about where it lives. Stop insulting me, please. Speaking of which, how is our modifier? A plus 20. That's a good one. Still there. Still not. It's not there. Still not there. We can. We'd like to go for the defensive back, but that's still very unlikely. Their opinion is positive, so we might go for the trade deal.
We have surveyed the system.
Like communications, we'll just give them some. Oh, this is new. We've traced an unused electromagnetic radiation emanating from to a secret subterranean bunker hiding a mega computer the size of a battleship. We don't even know what battleships are yet, but we know it's that size. Our researchers suspect that it may have been there for several thousand years, hard work solving a single very complex problem, the nature of which still kind of eludes us. Well, we don't even know what battleships are, so not a big surprise. When the crew attempted to interact with the computer, they discovered that the facility, which had been appeared both abandoned and unguarded, was in fact operated by a security AI, the highest purpose of which was seemed to be frying its visitors alive. As the crew defeated the AI, it broadcast a message to the unknown recipient. So it gives me a 120% month modifier engineering research. Why don't we better not disturb it. Whatever the problem the computer is trying to solve, it seems important. We could scrap it, which seems to be a very redundant thing to do. This might be... So, where is this? On Iagin. That is here. That falls within our system. And is it on our planet? No, it is in... It is... Iago, a barren world. I don't know. See, this would seem... If it solves it... Right, because I would suspect, you know, you'd keep at least somebody stationed at a supercomputer like this at all times. Or at least a monitoring system. You know what? I'm going to do this calculation. See what happens. Maybe it's important. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. Alright, you gonna... build your star-based outpost. I'm just gonna run for a little bit. No, actually, no. I'm gonna end the video here. I want to thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next one. Have a very good day. Bye-bye.